To watch the latest from India Science, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon to get notifications on all the science-related videos.
Namaskar, you're watching SciTech and I am Bhagyashree. We all love age-old mysteries, don't we? At some point, we might have wondered what triggered the extinction of dinosaurs or how different we are from our extinct relatives, Neanderthals. In this episode of SciTech, we bring you new theories that could help us make sense of those mysteries. Let's dive in. Dinosaurs once ruled the world. They had everything going for them. But then suddenly everything came crashing down and they disappeared from the face of the earth. What brought the end? This question is at the center of a scientific debate. Now, a new theory has emerged and it has something to do with Jupiter. What is that? We'll find out in our video.
A mysterious disaster wiped out nearly 3/4 of the plant and animal species. The all-powerful dinosaurs couldn't escape the mass extinction event either. Now 66 million years later, we still don't know what caused it. We have some theories to explain the event though. Some scientists think an asteroid was responsible. Others speculate that volcanic eruptions in India's Deccan Traps were involved. Researchers are carrying out meticulous detective work to get to the bottom of the mystery. Recently, scientists have tried to piece together evidence to support the asteroid impact theory. Proponents of the theory believe that about 66 million years ago, an asteroid or comet came crashing on Earth, creating a crater off Mexico's coast that spans 93 miles and goes 12 miles deep. We call this event the Chicxulub impactor. The impact sent a cloud of gas, dust, and debris into the atmosphere, triggering tsunamis and wildfires, thus drastically altering the climate. But where did this asteroid come from and what sent it towards Earth? Harvard scientist Avi Loeb and his student Amir Siraj performed a set of computer simulations. Their results suggest that the comet likely came from the Oort cloud, which sits beyond Pluto. It resembles a bubble, housing icy comet-like objects. A portion of the comet was steered off course, thanks to Jupiter's gravitational field. As a result, the comet made its way towards the Sun, which broke the incoming objects into pieces, and one fragment could have entered Earth's orbit and the atmosphere. That's not all. The team predicts that Jupiter will likely push comets into the Earth's orbit once every 250 to 730 million years.
Moving on to our next story. Over 300,000 years, 8 human species roamed the earth. As you know, the count is down to 1 today. How did we, Homo sapiens, thrive and outlive other species such as Neanderthals or Denisovans? Was this due to our more developed brains? To find answers, scientists grew mini versions of the Neanderthal-like brains. Are you wondering how? Find out in our video.
Humans are a force to reckon with today. But we were not always like that. We started out being insignificant. Sometime during our evolution, we managed to rise through the ranks. Today, we wield so much power that our actions are threatening the planet. So how did we get here? And how did we outlive our closest human relatives, Neanderthals? Before Neanderthals disappeared about 40,000 years ago, they inhabited Eurasia. We don't know what drove them and other human species to extinction. Was it us? Did we outcompete them due to our more developed brains? Or was it sheer bad luck? Unfortunately, the Neanderthal brain is not well preserved in fossil records. So scientists had to turn to another tool that would help them recreate the Neanderthal brain, or at least a part of it, in the lab. Helping them achieve this is a gene editing tool called CRISPR-Cas9. Dr. Emmanuel Charpentier and Dr. Jennifer Doudna won the Nobel Prize in 2020 for bringing this technology to light. Using this technology, researchers from the University of California, San Diego, introduced a Neanderthal version of the gene named NOVA1 into human pluripotent stem cells, which are capable of developing into any cell type. Humans have a different version of NOVA gene. This gene helps form the brain synapses or nerve junctions, a site where neurons communicate with each other. Scientists then grew these modified cells into organoids or miniature organs. What they saw was striking in terms of growth and shape. The Neanderthal-like organoids were shaped like popcorn, as opposed to the more round ones found in modern-day humans. What's more, the ancient organoids multiplied more slowly. It is important to remember that organoids don't wholly represent the human brain, but it has provided some fresh insights on Neanderthals. Speaking about these findings, the lead researcher Alison Mutori told New Scientist that modern humans might have reaped benefits out of the latest version of the gene. He added, "If I might speculate, it might suggest that individuals carrying the Neanderthal NOVA1 alteration have a potentially different way to process information, and thereby their survival."
That's all for this episode of SciTech. You can send us your valuable feedback on the email ID flashing on your screen. Also download India Science app or visit our website www.indiascience.in for more such videos. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles as well. Before signing off, here is Fact of the Day for you.
The first Neanderthal fossil was discovered in 1856 in Germany. A group of quarrymen thought that these remains were from a bear. Later, scientists identified that the skeletons belonged to our extinct relatives.